All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a different style of live stream today. I am here to kind of answer your questions as today is the first day that I am opening up the enrollment for my course. And doing this new little setup like this is making me kind of go crazy. Like my first time I was going live stream again because I'm like on my laptop now instead of my computer, and it's a whole different kind of version here. So I am just in our bedroom, obviously kind of like our half office. Since we have been working at home, we kind of converted our little spare bedroom into an office. So I could go ahead and do my math videos in one room and my wife in the other. And I just figured for this live stream, I would do something a little bit different for you guys and just kind of give you a little bit different backdrop. So therefore you guys could, we could change it up a little bit. I think the green screen and everything else goes by perfectly fine, but sometimes it is, a little bit the same old. So just wanted to check it out. And I see you guys have joined in. Thank you so much. See a lot of you guys on there right now. That's awesome. And what I'm going to do is, if you I've already looked on my channel. You notice that I'm going live every day this week. And that's not something I plan on continuing, but it's just for this 1 week that my course is going to be open for enrollment to actually be open. It's open until the 16th. But I just wanted to keep you guys updated on why is it not showing up on this? Just wanted to keep you guys updated on okay. Keep you guys updated on what is going on with the course and kind of cover some of those topics for you as far as, what is some things that are in the inside, how you can get access to the course, and then really whatever questions you guys have. So if I don't address a question that you guys have for me today, if you look in the description, you'll see there is a Google form that you can go ahead and submit questions. So if I don't get to your question for whatever reason today, or maybe I don't answer it fully correctly, you can definitely go ahead and submit a question on the Google form, or you could also email me from there, and I'll be more than happy to kind of address your question. So let's kind of get on to, a couple things as far as the course and kind of why. One thing that I'm kind of doing, what is it you really need to know about the course? And basically the course is obviously it's for pre-calculus students. And obviously if you need a refresher in pre-calculus, or you are planning on taking pre-calculus or retaking pre-calculus, or maybe you are a teacher or you are a parent and you're looking to utilize this course to better help you understand, or your child or student to understand pre-calculus materials, that's what basically this course is about. Now, I have a ton of mathematical pre-calculus videos on YouTube. And one of the things that always kind of frustrated me was when students wanted to learn something, they always would ask, what do I watch? And then, what do I watch after that? And my YouTube videos are not structured in that manner. They're basically a whole bunch of tutorials on how to do certain types of problems. But I don't take the students through or at least I don't take you through a journey of what it is you need to know and provide you with the support and the resources to really fully understand the material. It's really kind of up to you to utilize my videos that to best kind of complement your learning. So one of the things I have been working on and is creating some content that was going to be more in a course form. So, obviously when I teach inside the classroom, that is exactly what I am doing. I am teaching my students through a journey. And all I would do is just record certain portions of that teaching style and upload them to YouTube. But, I wanted to say, well, why am I only taking, 120, 140 students through this journey when a lot of students are asking me for that exact case, to help them? That's what I need to be creating my videos for, is to take that person through the journey of, watching those first couple of pre-calculus videos and having it keep on circulating all the way through. But, one thing that is difficult with a online digital course is keeping that engagement, and I think about, myself, why anytime I have to watch videos or anything like that, it's just boring. I get very sick of them very quickly. If I can't watch them on double speed, I get very, very frustrated because I just don't want to be sitting down watching the videos. And trust me, I'm a There's a lot of courses that I've taken. That's all I do. I mean, I'll go through it and I'll just watch everything on double speed. I know I talk a lot, very much, and I like to listen to things, very, very quickly. So that is, that is one thing that I thought about is, well, if I'm going to take these people for a journey, I don't want to just make these, hours and hours long lectures that students are going to be. I want to give them exactly what they need to know, give them detailed notes, provide the resources if they need the extra resources, provide them the extra notes and the extra work, but really just kind of get to the point. Let's get some practice and then let's kind of move on. And that's really how this course, that's really the mindset behind my creation of this course, is rather than just duplicating what I already have online, or rather duplicating what I use in the classroom, kind of taking the best of the both worlds of saying like, all right, I want short and quick videos, but I also want to take students through a journey like I take them when I'm teaching in the classroom. So during my course, I am going to be involved in my online course as an instructor, as well as teaching inside of the classroom. So this, even though this is an online course, I think it's important for you to understand that I am being personally involved in this curriculum. It's not just me making videos or raking worksheets and notes, but there's going to be ample opportunities to engage with questions and throughout the course period. Kind of, I treat this as like a year, even though you'd always have lifetime access to the course, but I treat the course is kind of taking it, taking pre-calculus through the year, and obviously having access to the different live streams and engagements, opportunities where we can go ahead and help each other out with certain questions that we have on pre-calculus. So as far as the general idea, as far as gaining access to the course, if that is something that you are taking pre-calculus, or you are teaching pre-calculus, or you have a teacher or a friend or somebody that is around pre-calculus and you're interested as far as what exactly I'm teaching in pre-calculus and how this is really going to be delivered, then you can just go to the PC Masterclass. That is in the link again in the description. So PC Masterclass is in the description. The Google form for more questions is in the description. And also you have the PC pre-calculus training, which I did over July. I gave you, I think, 8 worksheets that I did, worked through multiple problems. So on the Masterclass, the reason why I'm having a Masterclass is there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about on the course. I mean, I don't even have that much time to go through on the live stream. I'm doing 5 live streams this week, but there's a lot of details that I want to cover about my course, and for you to understand even in more depth of what of why my course is designed the way it is. And also, I want to cover definitely some tips. So even if you aren't in pre-calculus or you are not interested in joining my pre-calculus course this year, the name of the masterclass is 3 Keys to Crush Pre-Calculus. And those 3 keys you can take away from you for free, that will definitely add value to you for the rest of the year. And, it can definitely help you out for any other courses, calculus, algebra, geometry, pre-algebra. There really are some very general principles, but what I do is I take those general principles and I dial them down to my experience as a pre-calculus teacher, something that I've been doing for 10 years, over 10 years now. So, I've seen those kind of patterns play out time and time and time again with students in pre-calculus. And so that's kind of the purpose of the masterclass, is to kind of, let you know how to be successful in pre-calculus, not just be successful, but to crush pre-calculus. And then also kind of explain a little bit more in details as far as on the course, more in detail than I can get in on this. So that is what I wanted to let you guys know. If you are interested in the masterclass and are hearing more about the course, a little bit more in details than granular details, then you can go ahead and join me tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but please make sure it is a private masterclass. So this is not on my YouTube channel. So it's very, very important that if you want to join onto masterclass, then you have to make sure that you register, and therefore you will get the private link. It is free, and so you don't need to pay anything to do the masterclass. It is definitely a free masterclass, and definitely some free tips that I think you will definitely enjoy. And so I'm doing that tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then also doing another one on Wednesday. So when you go to brianmclogan.com PC Masterclass, you can go ahead and just select which date works best for you. And I think it's the same time, 3 p.m. on Wednesday. And then hopefully from there, if you have further questions, I will be going live for the rest of this week, and you can always add that into me. So otherwise, guys, now I'll just kind of open it up to a little bit of Q&A. If you have any questions that I can answer for you now. Ken says, SAT math is just like algebra. Rankick Aiden, I see you. Thank you very much. Aaron Games, Gabriella, Sriracha, Juan, Caleb, Nicholas. I will get to some of your guys' questions. It's kind of weird. I'm not used to. I am only on one monitor right now. So it is kind of difficult because I see myself like in three different windows. So it is really, really weird doing my live streams like this. But I just thought it was worth it to change it up. So Caleb says, how much are your tutoring services? So as far as the course, this is not a tutoring course. This is a full service pre-calculus course. It is basically everything that I've taken inside of pre-calculus over the past 3 years. I have refined it over the last 3 years. So I do not offer actual private tutoring. That is something I've kind of toyed around, with students, because I get a lot of requests for people that want private tutoring. And I'm still open to the idea of maybe doing something like that, but it's always been kind of difficult. I did a giveaway for the private tutoring 2 weeks ago, and that was awesome. And I actually kind of preferred just doing that, just giving away, a good 30 minutes of my time to do some kind of tutoring for a fun giveaway from there. Because, when you're doing a tutoring session, if it's just a one-off tutoring session, no matter what the price that you kind of apply to it, it's very difficult to give somebody the return on investment. And obviously if I was going to sign up for somebody for a tutoring, I would want to make sure that I would have a couple different opportunities to tutor them to really make sure that I can give them all their value for the money that they, invest. And that's why I don't have that time to be able to put that into private tutoring. And that's why I do not do private tutoring at the moment, because it is very time intensive. And I want to make sure, when I used to do tutoring, I want to make sure that I can, when people walk away, that they feel that they got a tremendous amount of value. So what my course is, though, it's kind of a thing of it's partial tutoring and partial of online course. So it's not like an online course that you go online and then it's just watch these videos and do these problems and then there you're done. It is kind of a mixture of where there's interaction with myself and with other people in your group. It's like another class. You are taking a class and we're interacting, we're answering questions, we're talking, hanging out, not hanging out all the time, but we're definitely, it's a digital course, but also with digital interaction. And I think that's the thing I'm most excited about, because in all the courses that I've kind of joined, before, I think that personal interaction with other people and with the instructor is what makes a lot of the online courses so important and so special for me to stay involved with, because it's very easy to get an online course, be excited, watch a couple videos, do something, watch like the first module, and then you get busy, right? You get tired and then you just give up on it. So I think really the main goal that I want to make sure that is when students are doing pre-calculus, that we're starting together and we are finishing together. So let's go say Lou, buddy floats around. The more questions get harder questions. Yes. And also I definitely a lot of practice problems I think is very important as well. One thing that I want to provide in the course is not just like the basics, like, hey, you just need to know this, or, you just need to know, how to do this problem, but also to give you like a wide variety, because through my years of experience teaching, there's like the two students, right? There's the one student that's like, just give me the bare minimum, what I need to. Don't make me do problems that I already know how to do. Like, just show me what to do and maybe give me like 1 or 2 problems and I'm good. And then there's the other students like, I understand what you're doing, but I need to see it like 10 more different ways. So, and it's very difficult because, to teach those two different students, because one student kind of just needs to, see it and then they're done. And then the other student really needs much more of that kind of hand holding and help throughout the learning process. So what I have, basically done within the course is provide the short tutorials and the short examples to kind of give you that basic amount, but then also provide additional resources that are well in advance, that are not too overwhelming, but also go in much more in detail in the problem. So therefore, for students that need it, they will benefit from it. Because I remember when I was teaching or learning math, I remember it'd be so confusing. You're like, why did they do this? Or how did they do that? And you're trying to figure it out. You're searching online. I didn't have YouTube when I was learning, so I didn't have YouTube to go and get stuck in that bubble of, trying to find all these videos. But I know it happens, right? I mean, that's what, students tell me all the time. So I think it's important to have those multiple points of examples so students can follow along with, but also not to get in the trap as a educator that wanting to overteach, because you don't need to overteach. You need to, make sure students understand the objective, get to that objective, and then allow them to practice and then move on. And obviously you can always go back and review from there. Not a college thing, but as recommended. How so? So I think, I'm not sure as far as on your, on Bruno, what you're talking about as far as discrete math. I mean, a lot of times in pre-calculus, depending on what the pre-calculus curriculum is, you are going to see a lot of like sequences and series. And that's usually kind of a little bit more helpful when you get into discrete math, curriculum. And I think with anything else too, with also the pre-calculus, that it's really the kind of opening for the, for the upper level mathematics. And, discrete math is going to make you think, right? It's not your traditional algebra, calculus, type of math. So it really makes you think. And a lot of times, one of the things that students have trouble with when they get to pre-calculus is the being able to change their way of thinking through problems. And so, one thing we talk about in our school is pre-calculus is required for students before they take statistics. Now, pre-calculus really has no, foundation to help you be better at statistics. But one of the reasons that it is, and one of the reasons that we found that to be so successful, is because one, students get an extra year of maturity to really learn the pre-calculus curriculum and, how to think through problems and answer questions. And then also, they kind of get that idea of, rigor, and to really take some of these word problems and think through them and dissect those problems, something that in AP statistics is very, very important. And it's not just a skill that many students automatically just go ahead and pick up and they're like, oh, I know how to do that now, right? And that's what students have trouble with in pre-calculus. They get into pre-calculus and they think it's just algebra 2. It's like, oh, we're just going to learn this skill and then do it 20 times and then move on to the next and, memorize it for the test and then be good. And unfortunately, pre-calculus is not set up that way. So that's why I've really enjoyed teaching pre-calculus. And that's why I've really enjoyed creating this kind of course for people that are going to take it and that want a little bit more of a roadmap to what is it they need to know, how are they going to learn it in the best, most efficient way, and for it to actually make sense for them, and then for that to be applied, from there. Thank you, nature is awesome. Nice room. You can see my little girl's little shoes down by there. Yeah, it's a good one. It's good to have you on, Baxter. I know I always kind of feel weird when it's not Sunday night at 9 p.m. I've been doing that for, I think, almost like 2 years now. So it's kind of been like this, long standing that I've been doing this for. So Jonathan says, how many lectures will your course have? So there are, good question. Finally, so I think, let's see, there are 8 modules. So 8 modules in pre-calculus: functions, polynomials, rational functions, trigonometry, analytic trigonometry, applications of trigonometry, conic sections, and the limit. For each one of those modules or chapters, those are broken down into sections, and those sections range from 3 sections to 7 sections. And I believe there is a total of 41 sections. And then for each section, there is going to be 2 videos. And basically those 2 videos as one, the introduction, which is kind of to introduce the content And those are typically going to be anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. So it's just kind of a warm up to kind of introduce what you need to know. And then the next video is going to be the actual content, the processes. So, rather than just showing you how to do, one problem, what I do is I say, all right, here is the most important process. Here is the step-by-step way that you need to guide to kind of follow through on this process. And then we'll work through anywhere from 2, to 5 different examples on that same process. And typically those videos for the process videos take anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes. And in addition to the process videos, or after every section, I also have mini quizzes and a kind of tests for you to just kind of check up. They're anywhere from 4 to 10 questions just for you to check your work. They're multiple choice, but just make sure you're kind of understanding all of the content from on there. So, and anyways, guys, I'm going to sign off. Again, just a reminder that I'm going live every day this week. If you guys look at my YouTube channel, you'll see the schedule. I'll also make sure I put it in the description. I thought I put it in my last description live, and I guess I did not. So I'll make sure I go ahead and put that in there. But again, if you are interested in learning more about my pre-calculus course, you can go to brianmclogan.com, PC/PC Masterclass. Again, I am doing my first Masterclass tonight at 9 p.m. But again, guys, you have to register. It is not on YouTube. It is on YouTube. It's being hosted by YouTube, but you need to register because it is a private link. It is not a public link. So you will not see it on my YouTube page. So if you want to join, you'll need to go ahead and register at PC Masterclass. And if tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time does not work, then you can go ahead and join for our Wednesday time, which is on Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So either way, guys, hope you enjoy. And yes, I will continue be doing some more content on my YouTube stories as well as my YouTube posts. And if you are not following me on Instagram, I am also posting some content up there to keep you guys in the loop. So if those are any of your preferred modes of being able to stay connected, then I look forward to joining you there. Otherwise, guys, I will be live again tomorrow. If you want to join, ask some questions. Again, the link to the masterclass is in the description, as well as a link to a Google form if I did not get your questions. I tried to keep my eyes on the chat as best as possible, guys, but I did not get to see everybody's question. So I do apologize if I did not answer at all. But thank you so much, Mango, as well as, yes, I'm Instagram. I'm at Brian McLogan. So, all right, guys, I will see you guys hopefully tonight or on Wednesday. If you're taking pre-calculus and you want to know more, otherwise I'll see you guys on another stream or in another video. Cheers.